Alright, here it is. The SR-73 Fourwing. You can definitely see why it's called that, because you can see that it has four wings. Yeah, that's pretty much like the main reason why it's called the SR-73 Fourwing. And it has two engines and two fully formed afterburners and landing gear and a gun right here, if you can see it. And this is another one of my most difficult models, so it's probably gonna be still really hard for you to get this. So yeah, this is not gonna be easy. Anyways, I'll show you guys a flight demonstration of this, and then we can see what you can do. Alright, this is not gonna be easy. So before we start, I would recommend you use 8.5 by 11-inch copy paper for practice. You can get this at Staples, or you can use 8.5 by 11-inch foil paper for a flight model, because that's what I used on this one over here. So like, for example, if I can find one somewhere, no, not that way. Alright. Like, for example, you could use something like this. This is A4, but you can use something kind of like this for a flight model paper. BRB, be right back. I'm gonna put this back. How many times did I say that? Bro, how many times did I say back? I don't know, man. I'm just silly like that. But if you don't have 8.5 by 11-inch foil paper, then I say the solution is you can buy foil paper rolls and then like cut it into the shape of an 8.5 by 11-inch paper. This uses the base of Jason Merrill's Raven, and this is inspired by the SR-71, obviously. Alright, so now let's get folding. Just fold in half like this. Always make sure that your creases are good and lined up, because that's very important. Excuse me. Wait, where's my water? I just gotta have the water, man. Good water. Anyways, you're gonna wanna fold this corner down to this edge. And you're gonna want to get these first steps really good, because this is making the base of the whole entire jet. And yeah, this is not gonna be easy. This is really difficult. And also, you're gonna need like a pencil or something layer to shape the engines. Squash that down like that. Flatten it out. And if you want, you can use a pencil also as like a little thing for creasing it down firmly, which would be a really cool option. Or you can just buy a stone, kind of like Jason Merrill. All right, fold this giant flap to the other side. Sorry if I clear my throat or cough. Alright, now you're gonna lift up this big flap, and then you're gonna put your hand in there like this, and then just squash it down. But do not crease yet. Do not crease yet. You're gonna wanna turn over, and then you lay the rest of this down But make sure that these two corners right here are tightly together, kind of like that, if you can see it. Just zooming the camera in and out. And then once you're sure that you've got that, then you can crease it and flatten it down like that. Crumbs on the table, whatever. That's some good water. Anyways, alright, we got that. Turn it over and then fold this big layer up as far as it can go without ripping these corners. Alright, fold this edge down to this edge, but you're gonna want to like have a reference, because on the other side you see this right here, this corner, you're gonna use that as your reference. So what I mean is that when you fold this down, you're gonna make sure that this up here stops at this point, and then once you're sure that you've got that and that it's lined up on the sides, then you can crease it across carefully. And like you see right here, that's like pretty much perfectly lined up. That's pretty much perfectly lined up. That's what you want. Cause if you don't have that, then oh man, it's gonna be unequal for you. Alright, but anyways, if you got that, then you're just gonna want to fold this back up like this. I'm using the pencil as a creaser for this tutorial, I guess. And then turn it over. And then you're going to take these and then fold them to the center right there. I've actually changed my mind. I'm going to be a bit more clear. I'm going to be clearer on the tutorials instead of like just explaining the hard steps, because I found now that I'm just kind of like that actually. I just love to explain all the steps. So you're just folding these to the center. Turn it over and then fold these to the center again, but when you fold this to the center, you're gonna leave the flap over and then you can crease it. Then same thing on the other side, like this. And fun fact, this is just 8.5 by 11 inch, so there's a lot of places of 8.5 by 11 inch paper, so you can fold this pretty much anywhere once you get good at it. So yeah, that's just a really cool thing to know. I just love doing these tutorials and getting to know y'all better. It's really cool, and just talking with you guys about stuff about the jets. Anyways, then you're gonna want to fold these to the center again. We have to fold it to the center so many times. But it is what it is, and it's what we gotta do to fold the jet. Okay. Just thinking about what else we're supposed to do. Okay. And then you unfold that, and then the next steps are going to be probably the most difficult steps in the whole entire jet. Like, you're probably going to have to repeat this a lot. I'm going to drink water to get prepared for this. But yeah, like, seriously, this is going to be very difficult steps. So I'm going to explain this very slowly. Alright, so you're going to open this up like this. And then you're going to want to, like, put your finger in here, open that up, and then turn it over, and then unfold this as well, carefully. And then you're going to take over here, and then you're going to pop it out carefully too. So now, we just pretty much unfolded everything we did, but it's what you have to do. So, I'm gonna explain what we have to do on this whole crease pattern right here. So you see, like, there is these lines right here. You're gonna want to make this a mount fold, and I have to stand up while doing this just to look at if have it on frame on the camera. But yeah, you're turning this right here into a mount fold. So let me just do that real quick. Just give me a second. Then it should look like that. And then same thing over here. Mount fold. Make sure I got that okay. Sorry. And then you're gonna wanna, these can stay as valley folds, but this is hard to explain. And then you're gonna make these two lines right here mount folds too. So let me do that. And yes, I'm gonna start doing zoom ins and zoom outs more in tutorials now to get closer looks at steps. Kind of tricky, but you'll still get the job done. Don't worry, I believe in you. But yeah, now once you got that, you're gonna want to try to collapse that in. Then it should look flattened like that. But now you're going to do the same thing on this side. Everything. Make these creases right here mount folds, and these creases mount folds. The rest can stay as just valley folds. So let me just do that real quick. And yeah, it is very, very tricky. I was not kidding when I said this is going to be a very difficult model. Alright, make those mount folds. Then just make the same ones here mount folds too. Sorry, I'm just shaking. But yeah, just make those mount folds. I think I said that twice. Oh god, I'm silly. Oh, you're going to want to police the other side too, because it loves to go unattached, especially if you're using copy paper. So now, that should look like that. But now, keep that folded. But you can see, on all the other crease patterns, is the same exact thing. You're going to have to do the exact same thing on this whole crease pattern. So actually, let me zoom out the camera. Jeez. So I'm gonna do the exact same thing on this crease pattern, but I'm gonna do it slowly. And yeah, so yeah, just make sure these are already mount folds, so we're good. Now we're gonna have to make these mountain folds. Or wait, no, those can stay. Actually, wait, no. We do have to make those mountain folds. Yes, excuse me. You really have to police a lot of layers in this plane to like stay as valley folds and mountain folds and whatnot. And I don't know how long this tutorial is gonna be, like probably like 30 minutes to an hour probably. If it's an hour, then I'll be surprised. But the time doesn't really matter. It's still a difficult model. And make sure these stay as valley folds down here. Make sure these are mountain folds and the center in here valley fold. And then these can stay as mountain folds. And then once you think you got all that, you're gonna try to collapse it all back in. Just a kink right there. Now, I may have made that look very easy, but trust me, that is the most difficult steps in the whole entire jet. So, if you gotten this far, then congratulations. I am very proud of you, and I mean that. Good water. Alright, just flatten the whole model. Ooh, okay. We got all that out of the way. So now you're gonna have to take this whole entire side and then swivel it back out like this. Just like that. And it's much easier than it looks. Alright. Take this side. Swivel it back out like that. Excuse me. Alright. Turn it over. Pull those down nicely one more time. Alright. Fold these to the center. Like this. Pull it back out. Then fold them to the creases you just made. Okay, just trying to think of what to do next one. So, using this crease right here and this flap you made, you're gonna inside reverse fold that inside the model, just like this. Using the creases you already made. Pull that down one more time. And trust me, we are gonna need this crease. We are gonna need this crease for the next step. After we're done doing these sides. Alright, so same thing. Use this flap and that crease to inside reverse fold it inside the model. And yeah, I'm just gonna say it again. Time doesn't matter. It matters about the difficulty. Because this video may be like under an hour, but it's still difficult. Okay. Now, fold these creases back down, but you're gonna also swivel this forward with the crease you made. So then, this should look something like that. I'm gonna zoom in for this just in case. So yeah, there should be like this right here. You're gonna swivel that forward like that, but then try to fold this in as well. But then try to do a crease here so that this goes to a point. This is kind of difficult to get even for me. Okay. Same thing on your side. Just fold that in one more time, and then swivel this. Make sure that goes to a point. And then fold that down again. Huh, that doesn't seem right. Wait. All right. We got that. And then you're gonna want to fold, and then you have these two layers of paper. You're gonna want to fold this up like this. Just like that. Whoop. Whoop. Just crease it along like that. And then what I like to do is that I like to fold it in half. And then for this jet, you can book match it with this. I'm gonna zoom in just in case. Very, very zoomed in. There should be like, oh, camera shaking. There should be like a little point right there. You can fold this over to book match with that point. And this is a very, very important step for the jet. So that's why I got it so zoomed in. And oh man, the camera is having a seizure. Okay. So now you've got that. You're gonna want to turn it over. Sorry. All right, now I'm gonna zoom in again because this is another very important step. All right, so you should see, like, oh, camera shaking again. All right, so you should see there's like a little edge of paper right there. You're gonna want to fold it down like this, so that it like overlaps on the wing, like that. And then same thing on the other side. Edge of paper, fold it down. But if it's too small, then I recommend just going on the other side and just folding it further. Usually on my jets, it's okay to refold steps on my jets, as long as it's not too much, because if you refold too many steps, then it might not fly. But if you only refold some steps, then that's okay. Sorry, I'm just making some adjustments to make this right. Okay. Alrighty. Got that. Now, this is what's gonna make the other two wings. You're gonna turn this flap over. You're gonna take this corner and then swivel it like this. Water. Soon that cup's gonna be finished. But whatever. Just a random thing to say. Anyways, and then once you got that, you're gonna like pinch it right there to like crease it down like that. And then I'm gonna zoom in again because for the wings, this is especially important. The cameraman's having a seizure. And then you're gonna wanna unfold this tiny little layer. And I'm sorry if the camera is shaking. That's gonna happen a lot. And then you're gonna wanna swivel this so that, like, very, very carefully, so that. One second, let me just swivel this real quick. But you're gonna swivel that very carefully so that that comes to a point right there. Alright, then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Okay. I wonder how long this tutorial is so far. I'll find out when I'm done recording. So that's okay. Oh, you're gonna have to police these layers because they may want to unfold these tiny little edges you folded onto the wing, onto the outer wings. Okay, then just again swivel this till that goes to a point. And now you have your 4 wings. Congratulations. You are doing awesome. You are doing awesome, my friend. Alright, so now, before we keep on folding, I just want to go over what's going to be what. So, we have 3 layers right here. If you can see it. That's going to be the gun right there. This is going to be the front piece of landing gear. And then that's just going to be pretty much just the nose. And then you already saw the wings. And then I plan to shape these fins into the engines. And then I'll use these 2 flaps down here to form the 2 other pieces of the landing gear. Sorry, just making adjustments to make this right. Alright, so anyways, now that we got that, you're gonna temporarily fold this flap over, and this doesn't want to lie flat, but that's what you want. You're gonna fold the outer wing over, and then make sure the engine doesn't flip on over to your side like that, because we don't want that. Make sure it stays over here like that. And then fold the wings so that it looks kind of like a diamond shape. Kind of like Jason Merrill's Diamondback Alpha. And then once you got that, you're gonna swivel the wing back over. And then fully swivel back open the engine. And there may be some slack. There may be some slack right there. Like, let's just go over what slack is. So I'm extremely zoomed in. If you see something like this, that's slack. But for this plane, we're gonna keep the slack there because that's gonna go away. And it won't be invisible. I mean, it will be invisible once we fold the engine. Did I say not invisible? I'm silly like that, bro. I'm just silly. That's just what I am. Anyways. Then do the same thing on the other side. The same exact process. Swirl the wing back over like that. And now I'm just gonna fold. Wait, no. I have to fully swivel back open the engine. I'm just folding it in half to see if it's equal. Alright, we should be good. And these down here will be the afterburners. The fully formed afterburners. Alright, so now we're gonna make the landing gear. Let's start with the first piece of the landing gear. You're gonna want to fold this flap, this whole entire flap up like this. You're gonna want to firmly crease that, because that's gonna be important. Alright, and then you're just gonna make a rabbit ear fold here. There's some slack right there. We don't want slack in the landing gear. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure that the landing gear comes to a point. Alright, and then fold this down like this. I'm going to zoom in so it's more visible. I'm just trying to get it to where you can see it. So you're going to want to fold this down to the edge. We're going to sink that layer in, and oh god, the camera is shaking. And then I'm just gonna zoom that out real quick. And then you're gonna sink that little layer you folded into the landing gear like this. Oh god, I have to zoom in again. Oh shit. Alright, Mr. Shaky Camera, stop it. Mr. Shaky Camera. I'm gonna call that from now on, Mr. Shaky Camera. You're gonna wanna unfold that, and you're gonna see there's kind of like a tesseract, or not tesseract, but whatever, of triangles. Like there's one bigger triangle and one smaller triangle inside. You're gonna wanna do the following, where you fold it back down again, and then kind of pick it up like that, and then pinch the little triangle so that it goes inside. It's very difficult showing this on camera, bro. And then you're gonna collapse that in. Alright, I'm just gonna zoom that out. Oh man, the slack. For the wings and the landing gear, you don't want slack. Alright, now you're gonna repeat that exact same process on the other side, like this. Excuse me. Just fold that entire flap up, rabbit ear. You know what? You know what? Frick this. I'm done with that water. Okay. Just make the rabbit ear. Fold that down to that edge. then sink that in. And you can go back to the other part where I sink that in on the other side if you want to take a close look again. But you're just doing the exact same process. Excuse me, did I burp? Oh man. It was from drinking the good water. Alright, now you have all of your landing gear formed for later use when you jet fold the model. Now, we're going to reinforce the fuselage just a little bit, so you see, oh man, Mr. Shaky Camera, you see there was these two little layers of paper. You're going to want to fold those inside the model, literally. Just inside reverse fold that inside the model, like that. And then same thing on your side. So reverse fold it inside the model. So basically what we just did is that there were two pieces of paper on that side, and we just fold those inside the model this way. So we got that out of the way. That's just going to reinforce the fuselage. It may be a bit thick right here, but that'll be okay. Alright, now we're going to shape the engines. And they're going to be flattened later. And then once we jet fold them all, we'll shape them again. So, for the engines, you're going to fold this down like that. And then fold this back up. So that when I fold it back, so that when I, oh, wait, 1 second. So that when I fold it back out, it looks kind of like a missile. Then you have like a little, like a little tail fin right there. You're gonna get used to Mr. Shaky Camera. So then you should have something like that. And then once you got that, you're gonna unfold that, and then I'm gonna zoom it in back. I'm gonna zoom it back in again. Oh man, I'm stuttering. Sorry, I'm just silly. How many times did I say I'm silly? I guess that's just a characteristic of me now. So then, with those creases you made, you're gonna inside reverse fold the first crease like this. So it looks like that. And then the second crease, you're going to outside reverse fold it like that. Sorry, I wasn't really watching the camera. If I went off frame for a bit, sorry about that. I'm sorry, just hold on a minute. Bear with me here. Alright, so then you're gonna, actually no. We'll do that later. And then what we're gonna do is that we're gonna temporarily stand up the engine, and then you're gonna take your pencil or whatever you're using. You've been waiting to use it for a long time now, and then you're gonna try to like put your pencil inside the right pocket, like where the pencil's going in right now. Ooh man, that's tight. That's real tight. All right. And then try to like make it look like that. And then there should be like a little extra piece of paper. You literally just want to smash that down like that. You literally just want to smash it down. And then make sure the engine is correct. Alright, your engine should look something like that. And then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. You're going to make 2 creases, like the 2 creases we made to stand up the engine. Like when you fold it over, it looks like a missile. Are these considered engines or missiles? I don't know. Comment down below. Okay, unfold. Inside reverse fold and outside reverse fold. So first, all right, inside reverse fold. And then outside reverse fold. Oh, bro, that's like the worst stutter yet. All right, I'm just gonna fold this out and then try to make things right. Hold on a second. And by the way, you're just repeating the same exact process on the other side, so don't worry. I'm just trying to do some adjustments to make it right again, because if I don't have it right, then that means I can't do the tutorial because I don't have the right steps in the jet. So that's why I'm just trying to adjust it, because I want it to be correct. And doing adjustments on my jets, that's completely okay. Oh man, adjustments is kind of frustrating to pronounce for me. I'm just inside reverse folding it, then outside reverse folding it. Alright, I think I got that. And make sure it looks like a missile kind of when you fold it like that. And sorry, it's Mr. Shaky Camera. Okay. Then just put your pencil inside. And then for this side, you're gonna put your pencil inside the left pocket right there. Like, let me just put it in there like that. Oh man, that's tight. And then I'm just trying to stand it up. And don't forget to smash this down. And police the pocket, because it loves to just not want to fold. I've probably been zoomed in for such a long time now. Sorry. I'll zoom back out in a little bit, don't worry. Okay. So your engine should look something like that. So then, without trying to unfold these, you're gonna want to try to jet fold the model very carefully. For those who know what a jet fold is, you should be able to do it, because this is like this is literally the most important step in the jet. Otherwise, it won't form the model. Alright, I'm just trying to jet fold this. Give me a sec. And if some of the that's another one of my worst stutters yet. Oh man, I'm silly. I'm just silly. But yeah, the engines are still fine. And then once you have a jet folded, you're just gonna fold the wings up. And then try to keep the engines standing up. Okay, and then we're gonna form the locking mechanism, which is gonna be also very important. So there should be like something like this. You're gonna fold this edge diagonally inside the model. And then just pinch it so that it's flattened. And then fold this other part inside the model diagonally this way. Okay, and then that should give the model kind of a locking mechanism like that. Now we're gonna open up the wings and form the landing gear again. Opening the wings is pretty easy. Just like that. And then just stand up the landing gears like this. The two back pieces. But wait, actually no. You're gonna wanna like pinch the two sides together and then pedal it forward. Zoomed out. We are zoomed out, baby. And then do the same thing on the other side. Just take it, pinch both sides, pedal it forward. Alright, now you have the front landing gear. Now, to form the front piece of the landing gear, you're gonna take this part and then just swivel it towards you, and then just pinch it, and then pinch the nose so that it flattens the front piece of landing gear. And then to form the gun, there should be like another layer in here. Somewhere in there, it's hiding somewhere. Give me a second. Let me just find this pesky little layer. Because it's what we need to fold the gun. Yeah, give me a second here because I have to find the other layer. Because I swear to God, I swear to God, like I folded another layer. And if you're experiencing the same issues, then don't worry. It's alright. Wait, I think I might have found it. Give me a second. You can probably hear me already folding the paper back. Okay, finally. So then the other layer should be in there, and you're gonna want to try to swivel it down just like the front piece of landing gear, but it's not gonna be landing gear, bruh. And then you're gonna want to swivel it forward towards the nose like that, and then pinch the whole thing so that it looks like that. And then just try to properly shape the model like this. Make sure the engine's alright. Man, this is taking quite a while. And how long is this tutorial anyway? Definitely felt like an hour or something, I don't know. If it is an hour, then oh wow. That's a long tutorial if it's an hour. Alright, open the wings back up. So now, you should have pretty much the whole front done. Now, the last thing we're going to do before you're finished with the whole entire plane is you're going to form the afterburners. So, these two flaps are actually supposed to be pockets. So there should be like a line right there if you can see it. You're going to put your, sorry if I'm dueling a bit. You're going to put your pencil, try to get your pencil inside there. Or whatever you're using, tweezers, whatnot. As deep as you can. That's one fully formed afterburner. And then do the same thing on the other side. Should be a line. Try to get inside. Then put it in as deep as you can, but not too deep. Give me a second. Trying to get the afterburners right. Okay. Oh wait, I forgot to zoom back out. And then you just shape the model until you're satisfied. But otherwise, there you go. That is a completed SR-73 Fourwing. Congratulations. If you made it this far, then wow. That is completely amazing. You are awesome. Wow.